and welcome to the Coach's Corner post-game show. After a cold beginning to the game, basically not being in the game, not a lot of excitement, a lot of the hustle, enthusiasm, my man for tonight, Jason Maxiell, injected some excitement and enthusiasm in this Hornets team, and they were able to come back and pick up a big win, third win in a row tonight at home over the former Hornets, who are now the Pelicans.
Absolutely, and as a veteran, that's something you need, one of your veteran guys to step up and be a big part of the team. Like you said, Maxiell was a really big part, got in and banged around with Anthony Davis, kind of threw him off just a little bit, even though he still got his numbers. But he did a really good job of banging down low in the paint, something they've been needing. And hopefully when Big Al comes back, he can still do the same thing. But Big Al, he did a good job. Maxiell did a good job tonight and helped these guys get the win.
The thing I really liked as a former coach that I liked about Maxiell was the way he banged the glass. He had 3 offensive rebounds tonight. That led the Hornets in offensive rebounds and tied Anthony Davis with the most in the game there, though. But he was able to keep plays alive. He was able to score 9 points, get 4 rebounds. And, again, I told you that I was worried with this team that I didn't know who was going to bring it, that it looked like nobody was going to bring any excitement or give them a lift, and then lo and behold, late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, he steps up, a veteran, a wily veteran player, and really gave them a lift. Probably nobody will mention his name in any stories. He will not be on any headlines, but again, he got my player of the game tonight.
Absolutely, and like you said, a lot of times they won't get his name mentioned, but these are the guys that sometimes can make a difference between winning a championship and not. The guys that don't have the big numbers, but they do the dirty work for you and bang around and play physical. And guys like this is somebody you want on any team because they can help you out a lot. But he did a really good job tonight, along with Charlotte Hornets, and Kemba Walker led the way pretty much as always. But Maxiell really was one of the key guys tonight.
Kemba's going to be your media darling tonight, and probably everybody else's book got player of the game because he did hit the game-winning shot, the and one play with 1.4 seconds to go, made the big play, his third game in a row, scoring over 30 points. So, and again, does what one of your captains, he's one of the 3 captains on his team, does what a captain's supposed to do, and has stepped up in the absence of Al and helped this team get a 3-game winning streak going.
Yeah, Kemba Walker, now that Big Al and Lance Stevenson are down, he's the go-to guy. He's got to earn that money now. He's leading the way for him. He's doing a really good job right now, and he's doing a good job of getting the other guys involved as well. But when it's time to seal the deal, I like the way that Kemba Walker's playing tough and closing it out for these guys. And hopefully he can step it up and keep doing the same thing, because with these guys having injuries and other things going on, he's got to be the leader right now and continue to lead the way for these guys if they want to make it to the playoffs.
Coach Clifford mentioned post-game that the focus has changed on offense. The ball is going through Gerald Henderson now rather than going through Big Al. One thing I noticed and had a chance to ask him about tonight that I really liked, a big difference is this team attacked the glass. They were shooting bonus in the fourth quarter with about 9 minutes to go in the game, though. But I like, this is the first time this year I have really seen players taking the ball to the basket with authority. They only put up 14 three-point shots. They were not settling with launching threes, but did a great job. And there were times that I kind of wondered, challenging Anthony Davis, one of the best shot blockers in the game, but did a super job of taking the ball to the hole tonight.
And to me, that's going to be one of the keys for these guys. It's something I really think they need to do a better job doing. Like you said, just getting to the rim and stop settling for jump shots, because these guys tonight, they only shot 28% again, which is not really good from three-point. But these guys just got to keep finding ways to get some easy shots, get to the lane, and get to the free throw line. And going to Anthony Davis, maybe you can try to draw him in the foul trouble early. And you got to keep doing the other teams like that as well. But just try to get to the rim, get some easy layups, get into a better flow of the game, and get to the free throw line as well. That's a really good way to do it. So if these guys can continue to get to the rim, don't settle for the jump shot all the time, they can win more games this way.
The name of the game, when I was a player, I loved to score. It's not how do you score of whether you hit 5 threes. It's the name of the game is to score, and that's the thing right now that you're seeing some more of the players looking. Gerald Henderson, great job taking the ball to the basket. Kemba, great job taking the ball to the basket. Cody Zeller driving, dunking over people, going to the basket. Gary Neal doing that. A lot of players, and again, it's a much higher percentage shot when you can shoot a layup rather than shooting it from 25 feet behind the arc.
Absolutely, and that's something I would like to see these guys doing. And it's something I see on TV all the time with a lot of analysts. They always say you don't live by the jumper, you die by it, which is true because a lot of times you're not going to always be on. And for these guys, I would rather settle for an easy layup than a jump shot any night. So if these guys can figure out that this is the best way for these guys to win because they don't really do a good job of shooting three-pointers, unless they get some shooters, this is the best way for these guys to continue winning games. Just getting to the rim, getting some easy shots, and just playing and doing a good job of defense as well. But just trying to get easy shots, that's the key for these guys to continue winning games.
Blue-collar worker tonight had to be Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That for his 5th time, I think in 6 games, he posted a double-double, had 12 points, had 13 points and 12 rebounds. But, Mark Price really has worked hard with him on his shooting. During the offseason was 5 out of 5 from the free throw line, 4 out of 10 shooting, and has developed a new style of play, being able to shoot a pull-up jump shot, along with taking it to the basket, though. But, again, I think he has silently really played well and had a lot to do with his 3-game winning streak.
He's one of the key guys for him. You got to keep defending and rebounding, which he's doing a really good job of. And he's getting better as they get as more games they play. He's getting better. And Gerald Henderson, another key guy, like you said, he's been spectacular for these guys as well. And I think with these guys going down, getting injured, it's helping these guys out more because they're getting more touches, getting a better feel for the game, and they're playing better. So maybe when these other guys get healthy and come back, then they can start gelling together for the long run for the rest of the season.
Now, these next couple of weeks, I think, are going to be really big, and we talked about this coming up here, that this team seems to, they'll get a little winning streak going. They'll win 3 or 4 games in a row, and then next thing you know, they slip back and they'll lose 5 in a row. They are in a stretch right now. Yeah, they have got a tough game tomorrow night when they go to Toronto, but then they go to the New York Knicks, who's having a fire sale right now, and then they've got some games next week. They have the San Antonio Spurs, the defending NBA champions, but also have some games that they can win. This is going to be really a key stretch, and one thing I like about this team right now is the camaraderie. I noticed in the 4th quarter with the game on the line, Gary Neal checks in the game, and Kemba Walker, one of the captains of the team, goes over, pats him on the back, and gave him some words of encouragement, like, come on, we got to get this game right there. And I like the way this team is outmanned right now, but they're rallying, they're sucking it up, and they're doing the little things.
Absolutely, and right now this is the time. It's go time for these guys. Still got a long way to go to climb back into the playoff hunt, but they got some, like you said, they have some winnable games coming up with New York, which they should win. They can go steal one tomorrow up in Toronto. Got the defending champions coming to town next week, which should be an exciting game. Hopefully the crowd will get them involved and get these guys pumped up for that game. But these guys, they still got a ways to go. They got a chance to do it, pull together. They played some tough games already, so playing those tougher games should get these guys ready to prepare for some of these more winnable games right now. And this is one of the winnable games these guys need to win, and they pulled it out. So hopefully these guys can continue stringing together some more wins.
Big key, this team lost a couple of games at home to Orlando that they should not have lost, in my opinion. How do you get those back? If you want to get in the playoff hunt, you go steal one on the road. Great opportunity tomorrow to steal one before Toronto gets back their best player in about a week or so. You can do that, though. But on a cold, bitter night in Charlotte with Arctic temperatures outside, it was warm with excitement in here, and the Hornets are going home with a 98-94 victory.
Absolutely. I'm glad these guys coming together at the right time, putting together some wins. It's something that fans are happy to come out tonight because it's been a tough season so far, but it's always good for these fans to come out and see these guys play hard and win a game for the city, because it's good for everybody.
Good night here at Time Warner Arena. Wednesday night basketball is always a big thing. Good crowd tonight. There was a crowd of 15,171 warm bodies, again, on a cold night in here. Good win for the Hornets. These are the kind of wins they got to start stringing together.
Absolutely, and I believe these guys can do it. Kemba Walker, as long as he continues to lead the way for these guys, they can do it. I believe in them. Just hopefully they can get healthy at the same time and just go out and win tomorrow night, and that'll continue going.
He's Carlos Smith, my right-hand man. I'm the coach, Dick Cox, and our third member of our party, Maggie Reeves, had the flu tonight. So, Maggie, if you're watching, we hope that you'll be back with us real soon. Get well. We're going to expand this into a three-headed monster as soon as we get you well, though. But good win tonight, good report. We will see you next week when the San Antonio Spurs, the defending world champions, come to Time Warner Arena. Until then, stay warm and have a good week, everybody. Good night.